Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything amazing Propagandacast. Me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda. Your lord and master, your hero, your whatever. Off here to a 1 vs 1 on Kholodny Ferma versus in the west, it's Jove. Fighting for the Soviet Union. Socialism. Comrade Stalin taking on the role here of the 5th Tank Corps versus in the east, it's Lenfer fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland here with mechanized assault and an assault grenadier start here, ready to kick some doors in and gun down some Bolsheviks. Grenadiers following up here on the assault grenadiers. Jove here with double conscripts, heading centre and southwards. Very interesting enough, he's not focusing on the north, which is a definitely interesting move. I mean, in most cases, you'd imagine he'd try and secure the fuel as soon as possible, but Jove, for whatever reasons, is actually not particularly interested. It might be because he's aware of how Lenfer plays, in which case he might be anticipating an assault grenadier start anyways, in which case moving his troops right into the path here is not going to work out anyways for Jove. So there might be some potential there. I mean, some players do have very distinct play styles and like to times to take to particular strategies. So that could certainly be part of the case here, and there certainly has been a recent influx of players I feel like been focusing very heavily on mechanized assault. Third conscript on the way there for Jove, heading southwards with the squad there. Engineers wiring off here, and I cover to Lenfer, securing the northern munitions. Grenadiers following up here, another Grenadier squad on the way there for Lenfer. So definitely not your usual opening in many ways. Sandbags up to defend the cover point, and there you go. Sultan is waiting. He's probably hoping for to see some light signs of movement there before rushing in. Jove is apparently being really cautious here. Again, it definitely has the feeling that he's played this against Lenfer before. Moving up there. Conscript moving out. Another Engineer squad there for Jove. Grenadiers moving up here. And there we go. Or might be just waiting. Oh, there we go. Engagement happening. Grenadiers to back up the assault grenadiers. Probably going to see a sprint here from the assault grenadiers to close in the distance fast. Nope. Decides to pull back here. Could have maybe made a run for it, but in this case, too many troops there from Jove. Another Grenadier squad moving in there. Sandbags up to help defend the fuel point there. Will he go for it now? Will he transferring around? Go for the carve point instead. More Grenadiers there for Lenfer. And the south nation being secured by the Engineers. Sandbagging almost down there. Then we got this problem company up here for Jove. And we go flanking up behind. Needs to get this. Interesting enough, he's not getting their soldiers up close. He's going to get them now. There, otherwise he's going to have a bit more struggle here. But at the same time, there's going to be a retreat here for Jove. Assault grenadiers can quickly rush in there. Interesting enough, no use of sprint there by Lenfer. Fuel point cut off as well. Southern fuel point caught there. We got Pioneers being engaged by Engineers, with more Grenadiers inbound to assist. Up north here, the conscript routed, with some casualties there to both sides, but nothing heavy. Bit of skirmishing around the southern fuel point here. Needs to move into contest. For some reason they're standing out in the open. There we go. Pioneers being moved in. Grenadiers left out in heavy cover. Cut-off point being secured. Grabbing the fuel point. Grabbing the point behind as well. Engineers moving back. Conscripts moving up to help contest. We got tag up there for Lenfer. No machine guns as of yet. Straight move to the next tier, to the light and mechanized company. Jove with nothing yet. I imagine he's going to go for maxims to help deal with some more of this infantry. We got mines here by the southern point. Grenadiers going, or Pioneers going for the centre victory point, wiring off the other end of the tank. Basically meaning no one's going to be using that one for cover. That's for sure. Flamethrowers up there. Conscript probably into the house here. Up north, Grenadiers continue to defend the carve point there. Assault Grenadiers retreating much low on health. Sandbags up as well here, of course, since he can't use that piece of cover, he's establishing his own, so Joe might respond by just wiring off even more. We'll have a see. Lenfer though can build the light mechanized company soon, of course he might just be trying to stall into the mechanized assault group. Grenadiers versus conscript continue skirmishing. Grenadier squad hanging back here, waiting for the right time to strike in the south. Joe seems to be waiting here to try and make another push for the fuel point there. Max amount here for Jove and the 5th Tank Corps. Pioneers sneaking about, popping in there. And there you go, the assault commences here on Lenfer's position by the carve point. Carve point has been claimed by Jove, though of course he needs something for it to connect to. Otherwise it's not much of a cut-off point now, is it? In the south, Engineers versus Grenadiers going to need to move troops to help deal with that. Lenfer certainly playing very aggressively with his infantry. Pioneers are retreating. We got a bunker going up there as well for Lenfer. And the actually didn't give them a divisional name. What divisional number? It is the, oh, let's just say 7th Panzer Division. Maximum Hemingway head covering at the centre point. Gunnery is routed there. Jove is now striking back at Lenfer and the fascists. Southern fuel pump being secured as well. Lenfer there's going to have to counterattack immediately. Medic bunker on the way. They like to Mechanized company going up. Gunnery is reinforcing. Lots of work happening there for Lenfer. Centre Victor point secured. Northern Mission being secured as well. Sandbags up there. Jove certainly not missing a chance to defend where possible. Like to Mechanized company up, that's all we can see. We go for the 2-2 or the 251. Though again, with Mechanized assault, he might go for the Mechanized assault group. Cancels that, goes for the 251 half track. Might be planning for flame for a half track after all. Or he could, I suppose, be going for the regular half track. That's going to be a bit interesting to see there. Not something she used a lot, really. Though again, I mean, the more I've seen players go for Mechanized assault, they also tend to use the Mechanized assault group. So we'll have to see. Engineers taking fire. There's a caught laying down mines here. Might just pop a rifle grenade just to make sure, though of course it's not quite finished yet. Other mine there spotted. No mines was up for Lenfer, so did go for the flamethrower there. Nice flanking with the assault gun. He's getting up behind the conscripts, landing in their rear, and that's going to force a retreat here. Sending away Jove's infantry. Still, Jove has managed to come back nicely after that slightly unfortunate side. He's also got a victory point lead over Lenfer here. We got the 250 half track out. He can easily reinforce the assault gun if he wants to. Mine goes off there, causing quite a bit of damage and casualties. Up north, Jove continues his away here for the 5th tank court. 2-2 following up here for Lenfer. Half track is moving northwards to fight the Bolsheviks on his own. I wonder what the plan is with this. If there is a plan, or if this was actually a mistake by Lenfer. It's certainly starting to look like, you know, he's like putting away there. My God, Jürgen, we forgot to sing what sing. I'm actually not sure what sing we forgot, but we forgot something. 2-2 almost done. Securing the centre victory point against other one secured 2. Munition secured. Assault gun is making a very swift retreat. There you go, following up the more pioneers on the way there for Lenfer. Half track hanging back. He can soon go for the flamethrower upgrade. If that is his plan, or if it's just sort of more of a afterthought. Anyways, there we go. Jove moving ahead here, taking out himself. He's also got the field gun up to counter any vehicles or tanks. Good decision making there. We go to the the country up north. Gunnery's in the fire for the maximum inside the northern house. So only noting here that for now, Jove has a much better combined arms suite with support weapons, whereas Lenfer's largely reliant on infantry and vehicles. So there's slightly fewer tools that they all change. There we go. Great hit from the field gun, the 2-2. Half turning up, Lenfer half almost done, but it's not quite there. Pioneers being hit. No mines was up for Lenfer. Definitely want to consider those since Jove has been mining, and certainly should expect a player like Jove to be mining. Moving up here to attack the conscripts, force them out, and successfully does so. Engineers good to go. Probably T-70 soon. Lenfer has got no mines down. He's got the 2-2, and well, I guess a bunch of Panzerfaust help deal with it, but that's about it really to stop the T-70 out from Jove. So that could be really good there for Jove and the 5th tank corps here versus Lenfer, giving Lenfer there a bit of a hard time. Conscript units sneaking about here around the centre west. Lenfer's assault forces advance for the fatherland. Mines was up here for Lenfer, very good to doing northwards. Half trackers are going to hit a mine there. Nicely down there by Jove. Stop short, but not quite. And then hits it. Grenade assault off there. Getting that house an absolute beating. Assault guns will have to retreat soon. They're taking too much damage. We've got pioneers flanking in support. Going to be sitting there for the craft point. Max continuing to follow up north to 2 moving infield and hitting southwards here. Oh, I would say not a bad assault there by Lenfer, since he's attacking from numerous angles, making it harder here for Jove to just defend in one spot. So that's a nice play there by Lenfer. And in fact, seems to rout a lot of the front lines. I think support weapons scouring away as well. He's definitely a good assault. No tech up further here for Lenfer. No anti-tank weapons still. Lenfer is going to need some anti-tank weapons, and soon. Because Jove's got his light tank on the way, noting no dodging it here for Jove. Been a lot of back and forth here so far. Up north here we got the counter-rushing forts into the 2-2 and the Grenadiers mines going off somewhere. Oh, there you go. Nice spot there by Jove. Lenfer can call in the Mechanized assault group, but it would definitely be a terrible timing for it. What with the T-70 on the way? Of course, it doesn't necessarily know there's one on the way, but it wouldn't. Oh, we got Telemann up there. That could help a bit there for Lenfer if Jove would be so kind as to drive his T-70 light tank into it. Obviously, that is not quite what I imagine Jove wants to do. Attack floating later for Lenfer to help counter the T-70. You can also begin taking up there. Pulling ahead for medium armor would I think be a really good idea there for Lenfer. The faster you get up to a pound for him to 2G, the better. Swiftly abandoning the north here as Jove's T-70 swings in the south. At the same time, Jove is committing larger force here to the south to unravel that part of Lenfer's holdings. Nice play there by Jove. Back here, troops healing, reinforcing, repairing. And the light mechanized company gets the Panzer of the Kholodny out. Good work there by Lenfer. Lots of mining going on here and then wiring. Nice work there by Jove and some sandbags up north as well. Maxim covering the calf point here. Got that flamethrower on the move as well. No take up yet here for Lenfer. Front Panzer setting out there. Infantry following up, plus a Pack 40 since there's been the big move in. Oh, they're going to set off the mine. Yep, caused quite a few casualties. That is 3 men down to the mine. That's definitely good there for Jove, in particular as the Pack 40 active suffered a loss, meaning it's going to be even easier to clear out here for anything Jove might fire at it, including the T-70. Maxim holding up the advantage, 2-2 mark. Oh, there we go, flamethrower after attacking the ground, thusly spearing the fires through the hedges and somehow not lighting the hedges on fire. Fuel catch up for Lenfer, so he's actually setting up here for a long game with the possibility of 4 and Tiger tanks being involved here. That could definitely be quite a challenge here for Jove. Pack 40 opening up, missing the T-70 by a narrow margin, really close there for Jove. Another shot there fails to connect. Panzerfaust on the hand, it does land. They hit assault on this charging force. They finally got a sprint. We got a grenade assault here. Oh! Ends up not quite landing on the troops. Got the flamethrower taken in from the other side. Pack 40 is moving up as well. Maxim being scorched. Pack 40 sitting up here to open up on the T-70 here, leaving Jove in a bit of a precarious situation. Maxim being scorched. 2-2 moving in as well here. Assault is almost taken out by Jove's conscripts and engineers, and there you go. Causing quite a bit of damage. The tank grenade off from the 2-2-2. Very good. Centre victory point being seized by Jove's troops. But the north is very much Jove's land. Pack 40 is constantly shooting, but needs to pull out one back. He's actually really low on health and numbers. Over here, healing enforcement. Still no take up for Lenfer. It's actually now going for the MG42. Not a bad idea, but I honestly recommend something a bit bigger there. And we finally got a doctrine here for Joe. It is counterattack. So it's counterattack versus mechanized assault. Definitely not the 2 most popular doctrines at the moment, so this is only getting only more interesting. We got shock troopers out for Jove and the 5th Tank Corps. Certainly possessed of greater numbers and durability than the assault grenadiers and smoke. Finally, around the centre between the pioneers, the conscripts pioneers like to have to retreat, and we got air recons out for Jove here further, trying to gain whatever upper hand he can versus his opponent in this case by having a good idea of where Lenfer is and isn't and what he might have. So definitely a strong move there, I think, by Jove. Conscripts there being bled out as Lenfer continues the assault here to defend, and the south going again for the fuel point there. Lenfer is not really putting a lot of effort into the north though. Definitely great there for Jove, so it makes it easier just to focus his resources. 2-2 still in the repairs. Flamethrower after those good to go heading northwards. Looks like Lenfer's going to try and break through the front there. In the centre there, he has to be mindful. Of course, he still has to defend the south as well. We can see here, Jove's anticipating a counterattack in the south, but Lenfer here basically decides, who needs that anyways? He just attacks in another direction, which is not a bad idea. Telemine there, by the way, has not been spotted, so there's a chance that the T-70 could somehow be pushed into it, though it kind of lacks the anti-tank gun in the centre. Bit of pressure there. T-70 slaughtering the Grenadiers, leaving Lenfer there a bit deprived of troops. Take up finally happening there for Lenfer and the German army. Fuel cache up for Jove as well, noting both sides now have one fuel cache up. Actually not something you see an awful lot on 1 vs 1's fuel caches in general, but actually for both players to go for a fuel cache. So I mean, this match certainly got a lot more interesting strategically. Is this in the long term likely going to be more tanks and possibly faster tanks? Either way, Lenfer there's going to be able to put up the Support push out for a reasonably paced Panzer IV. Not too fast, not too slow. Yes, you know, right. So there we go, he can build the Support now and probably should to push out that Panzer IV on the south. 2 moving in here. We've got a large cluster of defending forces here by Jove, including the field gun, which is saying it's something that Jove is not going to be able to break through, and in fact fails to and blows up instead. No support happening there yet for Lenfer. Oh, there we go. Construction finally ordered. Very good. Noting that none of his Grenadiers have yet to be upgraded with light machine guns. He would benefit, I think, from a few LMG-42s. So that way fight Joe's infantry a bit more efficient, and this is planning the munitions on more mines and grenades. But either way, Lenfer did not quite have much success with that push. Instead, really failed to go anywhere. In fact, has only lost territory. So basically 1 step forwards, 2 backwards, it seems, for Lenfer this round. Of course, that's not to say that's been the case every match he's had with Jove so far in this fight, but you know, worth keeping in mind. Jove is also taking hit, going for that mechanized armor company, able to push out a fast T-34 from 6. He could also just go for the KV-1s. Lenfer, though, has got the support and has got plenty of fuel for Panzer IVs. There we go, light machine guns up as well, but doesn't give a problem there for any infantry. There you go, rifle grenades to add it to the fun. Several shock troopers blown apart as fragments of high explosive stuff go through their body armor, which really only protect against 9mm parabolan bullets. Shock troopers, in fact, almost being out by the sheer volume of machine gun fire here that Lenfer's forces are vomiting out. Paul McCall there, standing silent, but only for now. Moments away, it will begin, summoning forth the mighty Panzer IV, workhorse of the German Panzerwaffe. Backbone, though, was the Stug 3G, obviously. Well, that was technically the backbone of the entire German army alongside the infantry. The Flamethrower after dealing with engineers, scorching them out in the open, field gun opening up there, closing in on Veteran T1. Flamethrower after close to Veteran T2 in the south. Going to be seizing the victory point here. Will we be seeing any from other rushes? We will not hear from Jove. Instead, we got the field gun barrage on the machine gun. And the pioneers need to retreat before they're taken out. Going to be suppressed by the southern munitions. Well, Lenfer's clearly got the resources now to go for the Panzer IV, and there you go. Pops it, very good. It would definitely be, I think, the wrong choice to try and save up for the Tiger tank now. As for Jove, he looks to be saving up for the K1, which is obviously a lot less precarious strategically than to try and save up for a Tiger tank. Even a Panther, really, since you know you don't require an additional tier. And the K1 is also reasonably priced. By the way, Joe will be adding the K1, the Clement Borishelov 1 tank. Consequences as Pioneers, back here troops in reinforcing. Panzer IV almost done for Lenfer. These versus the Maxim. And there you go, Lenfer's Panzerkampfwagen 4 is about to hit the battlefields. There you go, sent out. We'll likely add a pinmark machine gun, coming these versus engineers. Well, the light machine gun found in engineers, causing quite a bit of damage, but shock troops there rather on the scene, and that's because of full right of the Grenadiers, since they have absolutely no way of stopping the shock troops easily in this terrain, particularly since they can't focus it down. Panzer IV, they're arriving on the scene to turn the tide, and there you go, KV-1 on the way for Jove. By 1944, though, most of it would have been replaced by the KV-85, which was basically a KV tank but with a bigger turret and a bigger gun, or obviously they replaced with the IS-2. But overall, the Russians tend to use whatever they tanks they had to stock until they had no more. Even though they cease production of them. North assault grenades versus conscripts. Could perhaps try grenade assault, although it seems like he's figuring he's going to retreat anyway, so he's just going to shoot it, but there you go. German pull back, Victory 2 for the assault grenades, very good. Southern victory point being seized again. We got 346 versus 221. Nicely there for Jove. More mines up. Very good work there, mining by Jove. Lenfer has been doing a bit as well, and there we go. In fact, he took out the T-70 while I bloody well wasn't paying attention. Either way, good mine there for Lenfer. Very good mine. So good work there. Definitely a bit of a blow there to Jove. Panther 4 here with engaging engineers. Should add the pin map machine for a bit of extra added anti-infantry. And I'd also recommend another Panther 4 before you try stalling for the target that audience wants to do. Go for at some point, since usually 2 Panther 4s have, A, ensures you don't immediately get overwhelmed while you're installing for the tank, but importantly, you kind of need to be able to preserve manpower more easily for the big tanks. In this regard, 2 Panther 4s can soak up a lot of combat damage, ensuring you will not suffer excessive combat casualties, meaning you're not going to be stuck in a sort of awkward manpower loop where you just never quite get enough manpower because you have to reinforce your troops. So in that regard, 2 Panther 4s also ensures you can more safely stall for the target that way. By the way, K1 out here, we do get a Sturmgeschütz 3 Ausführung instead. That definitely also works. Consider the K1, since, well, 2 Panther 4s can't do the job, but Stu still does the job better. K1 they're moving about. The South Gun is going for the victory point there. Pack 40 in the scene. Flamethrower is going to need some repairs. Grenadiers versus the Contras and the Max from the South here. SGO wants that victory point back for very obvious reasons. We've got 337 versus 987. Lenfer definitely needs to be careful there. Need to fix up that Panther 4. K1 moving in, got that Pack 40 ready, and there go direct hit on the K1 tank from the Pack 40. Another hit goes through easily for Jove's, oh not Jove's, but Lenfer's anti-tank and crews. Another hit, the K1 down to half health. Nice work there by the Panzer by Kholodny Ferma. 4 shot though misses, but I still say 3 penetrating hits in a row is pretty good. And Jove is going for the B4 203mm howitzer. That's definitely going to throw a problem there for Lenfer for the fatherland. He actually cancelled the Stug, meaning I think he's actually genuinely trying now to stall for the Tiger tank, which is 1 Panther 4 that is, as previously mentioned, rather ambitious. Even more interesting, he's now setting up a machine gun bunker by the looks of it. I imagine there's a machine gun bunker. It could be a command bunker, but guessing machine gun bunker to defend the fuel point against any harassment. That is also a pretty interesting move there by Lenfer. I mean, this match is certainly not one of the usual 1v1 matches. I mean, we got B4s, we got Mechanized assault, we got assault grenadiers. Now we got machine gun bunkers. Field gun opening up the Panther 4. Rushing in there. Finding out in the machine gun here, finding on the sensor shocks in against the machine guns, heavy and light. Can stop in its tracks, and there you go. Lenfer can now go for the Tiger tank. He's almost got the manpower, he definitely has the fuel. Jove there, his B4 is ready to fire actually the party to evacuate the house. And there you go, B4 is getting ready to fire, and it's like going to shoot the center victory point. He's attempt to shoot it. Instead it hit the road. Dimitri, did we hit? We hit the road, Commander. Well, I'm sure it was a fascist road, so good job. Back here, troops reinforcing for Lenfer. Fuel cache up, seizing the southern munitions. Air recons out for Jove. No defense of the center victory point, and there you go, Tiger tank out for Lenfer for the fatherland, Germany. North point there being seized, in the south you got the flamethrower taking the move here with 10 kills, virtually 2. None of these assault guns sitting out. Not all fully reinforced, by the way. Gets better. Something than nothing. Target tank advancing in the center. We'll have to see what else is waiting there. So apparently nothing there from Joe. There, good target shoots, shatters the Covenant Engineers. Could be a bit of a tough spot here since the now exposed out known as the machine gun and the target tank. There you go, wiped out. Jove's now shot one of these called B4 shoots. Something I imagine gives the target tank crew a bit of a scare, but ultimately doesn't really do a lot there. Comes to there being now pursued by the target tank, almost rolled up with the Panther 4, crashes through the hedges and the trees like a slasher killer in a movie. The Tiger Tank. In this case, though, one survivor gets away, like in any good slasher movie. But in most cases, the antagonist or the villain doesn't speak German. Clear flaw in those movies. Anyways, Panther 4 target tank moving in there, backed up on the Flamethrower attack. He needs to be careful for that. He knows Joe's been mining up, but he must be assuming there's no mines here, which, by the way, fortunately for him, there isn't, but I'd still describe it as perhaps a bit on the reckless side when he's not sending in support. It looks like Lenfer decides he has pushed a bit too far and recalls his assault for now, but still. Must have given Joe a bit of a scare there. Pack 4 cleared up the shock troopers. Nice work there by Joe. Good handling here during pressured times. K1 on the move. I imagine Joe he will go for a HV5 to fight against the target tank. He could commit to more KV1s, but I don't think I'd find myself recommending that. Flamethrower take down. Shock troops almost taken out. Took quite a bit of damage to the flamethrower attack. And we got the target tank and the Panther 4 on the way, but looks like he is going to let them pass. Lenfer a merciful god, at least for now. Great hit here from the field gun. Quickly veers off. He does have artillery, so we can call in the field gun there. Tight tank moves straight ahead. Panther 4 hit with an anti-tank grenade. Oh, we've got artillery fire called in the field gun. K1 getting behind the tight tank. Be careful here. Bit of awkward handling. Martin closely trying to call in the turn. There you go. Light infantry gun fire. Hitting the field gun crew. Pack 40 moving up to support. Tight tank down to half health. And the field gun survives. Almost, yeah, it does survive. Lenfer's best attempts at destroying it. K1 is almost down. Pack 45, Tiger fire, quickly tearing through the health of it. Constantly up, and there's a tank grenade. And there you go, the K1 goes down, but the target tank suffers a damage in here for the conscripts. Still quite some losses there for Jove. Nice win there for Lenfer tactically, though. He still needs to get his armor fixed up. Joe responds with another K1 heavy tank. Probably allow the tank just to shoot freely, whatever now. That might just be me. Back here, healing reinforcement. Another Panther 4 for Lenfer. Machine gun bunker remains in defense here. Could maybe so that wants to cover the southern victory point, or maybe the center one. B4 shoots, misses, countries on the hunt here, and there we go, almost obliterated by the Tiger tank's mighty 88mm gun. Panther 4 halfway done. Fun fact about the Tiger tank, but the initial Tiger tank, units when they're sort of dispatched forward back, usually paired up with the Panther 3 Model N, which was basically meant to work as an anti-infantry vehicle, that way supporting the Tiger tanks versus infantry. They were quickly scrapped, and that constantly just fallen into fully fledged Tiger tank units. Though they would still provide some sort of support element for the Tiger tanks, usually there'd be sort of organic repair, pioneer elements and reconnaissance elements, also occasionally I think some escort infantry for the Tiger tanks, so little fun fact there, but usually sort of like small, I think company sized units, maybe platoon sized, reconnaissance company, platoon, pioneer unit. Little fun fact there. And again, something that doesn't tend to get discussed about, but usually again these Tiger tank battalions usually have some organic support elements, so they could also count on something. Panther moving up, immediately obliterating Boris. More pioneers on the way there for Lenfer. That's a really good idea, since one pioneer squad to fix a target tank is not efficient, particularly when you've got two other tanks that also want to be repaired at any point in time. So there you go, more pioneers out for Lenfer and the 7th Panzer Division. Pack 40 currently in the northern victory point here. We got 266 versus 168. And 4 time for the south here, taking it from the field gun now. Another shot there from the B4. Jove is not having what you call an awful lot of luck with the B4 so far. It has managed to mostly hit dirt. In fact, that's the thing, it only has hit maybe a few trees and squirrels. Commander, we have reported a hit on a squirrel. Good, I'm sure it was a fascist squirrel. one that he was firing off the pack there to clear up some terrain. Panther 4 lands a nice hit, 14 kills, veteran to 1. B4's almost ready to fire again. Nothing further there. No tech up for Lenfer. He could theoretically try and pull for tier 4 now. I mean, he's almost got full resource or pop cap there. Anyway, so he could consider just, you know, moving ahead to set up, you know, for bigger stuff in the long run. Maybe a Sturmpanther or a Panther. Grabs with a few point here with the gun leads, knowing one squad still not upgraded. Got the TIE tank on the move. 10 kills, close to veterans. 1 there. Garaf grenade off. Flying through the air. And sending the conscripts running. B4 shoots again. Straight into the base and a direct hit this time around. Holy smokes! Talk about a hit. He wiped out almost an entire assault grenadier squad. At least one grenadier squad is down. Others were depleted, and a machine gun crew plus the medic bunker. Good God, he hit the jackpot. And corpses, body parts. That's not a good jackpot for the Germans, I guess. But good Lord, that was one hell of a hit. Just look at that. That's just brutal. I mean, Lenfer still has a significant advantage, but even then, just that sort of B4 hit is horrific. I mean, he's going to have to rebuild the medic bunker as well. I mean, that was quite expensive. Certainly, I think makes up for a lot of the B4's previous misses. March was up there for Lenfer. The opposite doesn't hit any mines there. Machine gun bunker up and hit on the munitions point there. He needs to grab the southern victory point. In fact, we can see that Jove is once more leading in bleeding Lenfer in victory points. B4 fires again. And this time not quite as catastrophic a shot. Would certainly be quite traumatizing for Lenfer if Jove could suddenly consistently pull off a shot like the one that hit his base there. Another K1 away there for Jove, by the way. No tank destroyer C, just focusing on pure Russian heavy armor. Target tank with 15 kills, maximum granted there. Panther 4th million, mine's been swept. He's going to rush to the base, possibly go for the B4. There's certainly a few possibilities. He needs to be careful. Field gun opening up. He could try and support with the Tiger tank from another angle, maybe some infantry. But there you go. He's rushing into the base. He's going for the B4 now. Tiger tank there flanking him, the field gun. B4's a bit exposed here. Tilly being called in on the B4. He's likely going to try and finish off with the Panther Force. Tiger tank hits up from the K1. That's if I rain down the B4 howitzer. Almost taking it out here. Tiger tank needs to be careful, blitzing away. And B4 howitzer destroyed as well. A nasty attack here, but now the Tiger tank is a bit exposed. Panther 4 could try and move to support here, flank and take out the field crews by the ace level. K1 is almost down. Oh, the K1 absorbed the hits for the field gun. Panther 4 with the damaged engine. There we go, field gun crew wiped out. Panther 4 with the main gun out, no infantry to back it up. Still, Lenfer needs more troops. The infantry, K1 down, and absolutely smashing assault there on Jove in the end. Nicely done there, but Lenfer's I'd say rarer skill to be able to coordinate the assault with numerous elements to it, though. I do think it would benefit a lot for some infantry to further back it up, maybe to get quickly up the field gun and just recruit it, but now most of his armor, though, isn't a bad thing. He has to treat it like he's going to lose the Panther Force here, unless he gets lucky. Certainly, though, an impressive effort. I mean, again, did some heavy damage to the Jove, taking out the B4 and destroying a KV-1. He wasn't able to finish off the field gun. Now he's likely going to lose at least that Panther 4. The other one desperately trying to get out to gain veteran 2, but there's no support again. Lenfer's being too preoccupied with the front line to, you know, get his troops going back in the rear areas. So that's a bit of an issue there for Lenfer. Sultans was a constant there, another Panther 4 out. Though, of course, the question then becomes, is 2 Panther 4s worth a B4 and a K1 plus, you know, a sort of other amount of things? And, you know, you might argue it is. But again, I think it would have done a bit better, you know, but he's kept some infantry support the tanks. I think that probably saved maybe 1 Panther 4. Probably not both, but, you know, could have saved 1 Panther 4. Maybe given Jove a bit of a bloodier nose. Oh, wait, quite the assault there. Machine gun setting up, you got shock troops hit there by a shock troop straight into the Panther 4. Tiger tank almost good to go there for Lenfer, halfway to Veterancy 2. And glory. And there we go, another machine gun bunker up here for Lenfer. Definitely rare to see a player build numerous machine gun bunkers during the, course of a single 1 versus 1 fight. But again, it frees up manpower in the longer run for Lenfer. Does mean he has, use a machine gun there. Plus, in some ways, it can be tricky for Jove dispatch and actually quite considering larger forces to deal with a single machine gun bunker. So they do have their advantages. So very interesting moves there by Lenfer. Definitely one of the more interesting map players I've seen in some time. Constantly on the fire here from the Panther 4. Titan needs support as well. Machine gun versus the KV-1. But Lenfer, though, really needs infantry. He's just down to 2 infantry squads, which I definitely argue is too little infantry. More assault grenadiers or Panther grenadiers, I think would be the right choice about now. Targeting going for the K1, shoots, penetrates the K1's armour. 216 versus 115, though. A bit close there for Lenfer. As he switches northwards, needs to retreat those pioneers before they get wiped. Grenadiers reinforcing, assault grenadiers setting out. And there you go, Panzer Grenadier for Lenfer. For the 7th Panzer Division. Heading for the northern victory point. Panzer Grenadiers halfway there. Pack 40 now being used to seize the southern victory point. Joe, we'd like to see what it goes. We could go for an HG5, we could go for another KV-1. Tiger tank versus conscript, 21 kills. Cover shattered. Conscripts are now EC targets for the Tiger tank. There you go. Panzer Grenadier out for Lenfer and the 7th Panzer Division. Shock troops there flanking. Oh, that could get a bit costly there for Lenfer. There you go. Machine gun crew down. Trying to take out the assault grenadiers as well. Lenfer can soon go for more armour. Now the Panther 4 would probably be the good get or best get or guess there. Best bet. Jesus. Trying to say a good guess and best bet, and then for some reason my mind sort of kept screwing up the 2-1 sentence there. Titan moves to support here. K1 could end up in trouble. We've also got the figure on backing that one up. There you go though. K1 down to less than half health in the matter moment. Panther 4 is about to go down as well here. Could come artillery here on the field gun with the Doctor. Nope. Pop splits, creating ensuring just does not have enough munitions for it. Going here for the K1 and takes it down. Veteran 2 on the Tiger tank quickly gets out of the arc of fire of the field gun. Nice work there. Panther Grenadiers moving up as well. But Veteran 2 Tiger tank is definitely a problem there for Joe's infantry, as that Tiger tank is now very accurate. Panther Grenadier backing up is definitely also a problem here for Joe's conscripts. But they do end up retreating still. Lenfer did alright there, took a bit of a higher price, but didn't suffer any, I would say, severe crippling casualties here. They did end up losing another machine gun. Of course, you can still recruit that. Jove is now go coach to 5, probably the better choice here. 181 versus 115 up north, field point being secured. Victory point also being nabbed here. Lots of action here between these two clearly veteran players. Tiger tanks moving in again. 27 kills, shoots, misses the conscripts. Another hit there, 28 kills on the Tiger tank. Pioneers almost got the northern fuel point. I mean, Lenfer's definitely not lacking in fuel. And we got another Panther 4 for Lenfer. Grabbing the MD42 there. No replacement medic bunker here for Lenfer. He also needs more pioneers. Something lost another pioneer squad here. Doing some of the intense fighting here with the 5th Tank Corps. Oh, that was one hit. The engineers almost taking out the entire unit. 30 kills on the Tiger tank. Punchman's going to do his pack 14 northwards. Tiger tank being fixed up. Could do with a light machine gun on those grenadiers. Then again, it does seem like Lenfer's keeping most of his munitions now being saved away for other upgrades or, well, artillery. Specifically machine gun bunker upgrades. Another Panzer 4 out. Heading for the northern victory point as well. Will the Tiger tank ever hit the ace level? That's going to be an interesting question here. H5 moving towards the centre might be there what Joe's planning is the next push, but there's also going to be set up here for a bigger fight in the north. As Lenfer is committing most of his armour, in fact all of his armour. Both Panther forts being set up, machine gun or something got taken out. I think that was maybe a mine or an attempted bunker that got cancelled there. It looks like he was trying to set up a machine gun bunker to cover the centre victory point, but that's got disrupted there by Jove. He might want to actually one up, but here that's a good spot. There you go, Tiger tank flanking the Kholodny field gun opening up. You need to rush the field gun with the Panther force, I think. Kholodny being taken up with the Tiger tank, 35 kills. H5 moving in, field gun outmaneuvered. Lots of mines here from Jove. He's clearly anticipating and attempting by Lenfer to push through here, so he's obviously being a lot more cautious about this. He's certainly seen that Lenfer is a confident and aggressive attacker, which is, you know, a pretty good skill to have actually. It tends to be sort of one of the areas where things, even sort of more higher ranked players tend to struggle a bit. It's actually executing a good assault, but Lenfer here, I feel like he's got the elements of being a good attacker, though he does, I think, struggle a bit with keeping the infantry to keep pace with the tanks. But even then, he's capable of, you know, pulling off more advanced maneuvers than just, you know, sending all of the tanks at once. Shock troopers there take heavy damage, down to half health. Target tank there with 36 kills. H5 opening up. At this stage, you could theoretically consider tier 4, maybe a Panther Sturm Panzer to back things up. Machine gun in the centre versus the Maxim. We got 131 versus 108. This is looking to be a close, intense matchup. Target tank Panther will need repairs. He's definitely right in going for more pioneers against them. You know, he still needs a lot of troops to repair, or pioneers to repair his tanks fast. So there we go. Additional pioneers once more for Lenfer. Still in the sign of a medic bunker. True place to one they lost it is. Don't want to make it sound like he never built a medic bunker. He did. It's just Joe's B4, while it failed to really do much, managed one of its most devastating blows. Its only devastating blow, by the way, on that medic bunker. And for some reason, Lenfer's almost daring fate by building the medic bunker in the exact same spot almost as the previous one. Heinz, don't you have a bad feeling about this? What's the worst? So, it's not like they're going to build another one and then that gets a perfect aim on that one again. That's unlikely. Panther watching on the south, we got Contra coming in there, K1 halfway down there for Jove. Tiger tank there being repaired. I want to have both pioneers working in that one, not sure he's laying up mines, he's clearly trying to be, you know, a bit defensive here. Jove is setting up here, position, sandbags up here, close there. Probably have support and attack, which is going to make it harder for Lenfer to push further forward, so using this as a springboard. K1 almost down there for Jove. Small build up there. He's got the bunker, he just now needs to fill it up with medics again. Tiger tank almost good to go. Pioneers there. Probably should again just finish it off there. Tree goes flying. Hello, my name is Mr. Tree. Shoot it, Firefly! Extra 500 fire from the Pack 40. Tiger tank rolling a bit back. He's clearly worried about Joe sniping out with that one for obvious reasons. Bit of skirmishing here. We got 100 points versus 108. Pioneers following in there again. He could try and set up a machine gun bunker, I'd say, roughly around here, though of course the tank so could quickly put it to a bad spot. And there you go, K1 moving up in the centre here. Lenfer's going for another Panther 4. Sadly, no attempt at Sturmgeschütz for Lenfer. Kind of Sturmgeschütz. Moving up the Tiger tank a bit further here to the front line. Probably anticipating assault in. There you go. Joe's making the push. Tiger tank's moving in. Direct hitting the engineers, rifling it off as well. On the conscripts, gets half the squad taken out. S-Mine goes off, kills poor Petrov. Gonna need to be careful, they're about to get murdered. Minesweeper engineers gonna find the south, they're getting engaged in Grenadiers versus, or Panther Grenadiers versus shock troopers. Smoke's been down, which means he can't be shot by the medic bunker. Though, of course, he could pop a grenade into the smoke once he's sort of got an idea where he is and just, you know, that way falls him out. Another Panther out there for Panther for Lenfer and the 7th Panzer Division. Got the K1 moving up here. Panther Grenadiers in the machine gun bunker will not be enough for that. We can see that Lenfer is immediately dispatching his Panther force to deal with this newly arrived Bolshevik threat. We got the assault gunners moving in as well here. Panther force going in, but they got conscripts from the flanks, so needs to set up infantry to deal with those on the flank. Bunker down, bit of a blow there to a Lenfer. Nice push there by Jove. Tiger tanks being dispatched as well here, leaving the north axis now to Jove. Definitely a very effective assault here by Jove, as Lenfer was clearly not prepared for this development. Punch goes at it. 42 kills on that Tiger tank, by the way. That one is really doing some heavy work there to Jove. Heavy work. 100 points left here for Lenfer, though of course Jove's down to 89. Soldiers may need to pop an assault grenade assault maybe and hope to get it off, but already popping through here to get close. Tiger tank moving down, the soldiers need to retreat. Looks, oh, Scheiße. Tiger tank turns and shoots. 43 kills. Lenfer could do with a bit more infantry. Popping smoke. We're down to 89 versus 88. 86. K1 in the line of fire. Tank destroys in not moving down here. Tank 40 sending up. Here we got the tanks up north. Nadia's machine gun making a move there. K1 down to less than half health. Tiger tank hammering away. They're close to these. Little main gun out on the K1. Tank destroyers moving up slowly to get the Pack 40 up there. Grab the southern victory point, and the K1 zips away here. 3rd Panzer IV for Lenfer. We are going to be seeing a very large, I think, Panzer push here from Lenfer against Jove. Tiger tank in it, repairs, and also very close to the A's level. I think Lenfer is. I think we need to be careful about sending his Panzer IV to scout ahead here with limited support at this stage. Things are very much hanging in the balance, so I think getting a properly coordinated assault up with infantry support is going to be quite crucial, and Mortem in that regard also be helpful for smoke. And we got, ooh, from Mother Russia, Jove is going in the offensive as Lenfer. He sees them to take out the Pack 40 here, punishing Lenfer for leaving unsupported. And there you go, Panzer IV moved in. Otherwise, it seems like he's not really doing much for the assault. But there you go, troops rushing forwards here. H5 is all ready. Tiger tank is being repaired, halfway done. 3rd Panzer IV out there for Lenfer. Shock troopers charging ahead into the Pioneers and the Tiger tank. 44 kills. Pioneers about to get wired out here. Jove knows what counts there. He's taking out the Pioneers, slowing down the repairs and other things here. Good work there, but Jove's shock troopers all taken up with the Tiger tank. 48 kills. They're going to rush for the Tiger tank. They're going to try and damage the engines of the Tiger tank. We'll need more repair time, of course. We can't support easily. Nice work there by Jove. Chickenson to getting over, took out one Pioneer. Got repairs to the Tiger tank will be slow. That way he's keeping the Tiger tank out of the fighting. Nice work there by Jove. 50 kills on the Tiger tank. Almost ace level. Almost there. Swing the troops here and take them out. Or at least attempting so. Oh, another mine. Ah, mein Gott. And now Lenfer's acting in a really bad spot. Most of his tanks have damaged engines. And he's bleeding out victory points. And he's got a not even full-size Pioneer squad. He's in for a very rough ride. Troops being dispatched northwards. Sandbags staying in there. Panzer was engaged with each 5 tank destroyed. Virtually 2. Sending in one Panzer IV here. Bold move by Lenfer. He's probably hoping to use it to maybe draw it away from the Tiger tank since he doesn't want to handle up and slow. But there, actually managed to fix the engine so the Tiger tank could theoretically rush in. The blitz in, gain virtually 3, become even faster than that way, take out the H5 with a bold maneuver. But at this stage, bold maneuvers might be all Lenfer's got left. And there you go, virtually 3 gained, high rate of fire, higher mobility since it moves faster. Ooh, H5 down up north here, pushing for the northern victory point here. Grenadiers moving forward, rifle grenades, heavy machine guns, assault grenades, and panzer grenadiers. A full-on infantry assault, but with no armoured support. Full armoured force in the south, but with no infantry support. I can't help but feel Lenfer might benefit from mixing up the 2 forces up there. Tiger tank rushing forward again. Just note the speed on that one with virtually 3. Moves smoothly. Up north, you've got the K1 moving to deal with the infantry again. If you just had some armour there, great. But again, the armour's all in the south. And he's about to get taken up with the shock troopers. Nice work there by Jove. 25 kills. 43 versus 81. The situation is looking pretty precarious here for Lenfer. He's got a larger force in Jove, but most of his force is incapacitated. Also, composition-wise, it's much more weighted on tanks and not enough of an infantry and other elements to support the tanks. Unit taken out there, he's down to just the assault grenadiers now. Lost his grenadiers, he's lost his panzer grenadiers. And there you go. Tiger Ace being caught here with both K1s need to blitz. 42 versus 81, and the Tiger Ace is down. Lenfer, in a move of desperation, overextended his Tiger tank, suffering a stinging blow here by Jove. As most of his Panzer Force can't do anything, and now he's not got a lot of infantry to support the Panzer Force. 81 versus 42. The table seems to have turned here against Lenfer, who was always looking to have such a strong force, but in the end, awkward force management and force composition rather, I think, gave Jove the opening he needed to exploit it. And now Jove definitely seems to be in a very strong position. He's got plenty of support. He's got some support weapons for it. He's also laying down mines. He's been mining a lot. They're comparative, while Lenfer laid down a few telemines and a few S-mines. He's not actually been laying down a lot of mines overall, compared to with Joe, who's been very consistent in just mining the stuffing out of the map, creating vast minefields, and that's actually a pretty big thing there for Joe to do. 30 points versus 81. The situation is not looking good here for Lenfer in the 7th Panzer Division. Panzer IV gaining veterans 1. There goes Stuttgart for Lenfer. Rather late to the party, but better late than never. Panzer IV to be engaged with the K1s, damage engine off, and yeah, that's probably not going to end well for that Panzer IV. The Panzer IV moving up, but Panzer IVs versus K1 is not particularly favourite there for Lenfer. And the Panzer IVs. Stuttgart's moving up, they've got the Pak 40 backing up. 15 versus 81, 12 versus 81. Stuttgart moving into the Panzer IV supporting here. 9 points left, 6 points left, 3 points left, and that is GG. Game over. A loss here for Lenfer, a victory for Jove, a victory for the Soviet Union. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I've learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell your friends, tell your family, but don't tell your enemies. And if you like what I do, donate or pledge on Patreon. Other would make me, really, really happy. So do consider. Links in the video description. Pledge on Patreon, donate on PayPal, whatever. This is Imperial Dane, signing off, and see you all another time. Cheers.